Is it a good idea to take an in-service distribution from your 401k? Well, let's discuss it. Hey there and welcome back to my channel. Maybe you're thinking about taking an in-service distribution because somebody in your office said that they did and it helped them accomplish X, Y, or Z. Or possibly your financial advisor has encouraged you to look at an in-service distribution. Or possibly you have this purchase in mind and you see this beautiful 401k nest egg that you would like to tap into and you're wondering, is it a good idea? Well, that's what we're going to discuss in this video today. But before we get into that, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. This is the Happiness IRA, and on this channel, we talk about all things money and retirement focused. The conversation that we have today is going to be generalized in nature, and that is because every single 401k is unique. There are some general principles that are attached to 401ks, but then each individual plan sponsor decides on some of the specifics about plan distributions. The first thing that you need to find is your summary plan description, SPD for short. This should be found online. The SPD shows you exactly the rules of your plan. Are you even allowed to take an in-service distribution? Well, that's something you need to find out. Now that you've found your SPD and you know if you are actually eligible to take an in-service distribution, there are a couple of things that you will want to weigh the pros and cons of. The first is fees. In a 401k, we are working with a bunch of other people that are saving into that 401k. Therefore, as a group, you're working towards discounts with your advisory fee. It's a lot easier to reach those discounts in a group setting than it is to on your own. It might be that the fees are a crucial piece of your decision. It might be that you decide, in spite of the fees, I'm going to take money out of the 401k and put it into this product. The second consideration is advice. At a 401k, the advisor that comes to advise you is only able to educate you on the plan-specific information. They're not able to give you individualized advice because they are always working in the best interest of the company. That is who hired them. Now, oftentimes when we have that 401k, you might have online access financial planning tools that you can go in and fill out the information or even call a helpline to help walk you through what your financial plan is. But it still can feel a little bit sterile for some people, and so sometimes people don't prefer that method. They want to go and get their individual advice. You can always pay for that advice out of pocket, but sometimes people still want to take an in-service distribution from their 401k, transfer it to an advisor, in order to access that advisor's advice, letting their investments pay the advisor rather than cutting the advisor a check. The third consideration that you will want to look at is what product you are jumping to. Your 401k has a set lineup of investment funds, and typically those investment funds will be well diversified that you can achieve your standard goals, mostly accumulation goals. However, sometimes people want to take money out of a 401k in order to purchase a product that helps them plan their retirement income. That can make sense so long as there is not a product or a fund that meets that same goal on the 401k platform, because as I mentioned before, typically that 401k platform is going to be less expensive than you using an IRA. The final thing I wanted to discuss is when we take money from our 401k as an in-service distribution and use it for a different reason, that 401k is the ultimate nest egg for most Americans that helps create their retirement income after Social Security. So if we're robbing it, you want to make sure you recognize what you are giving up. Is that going to extend the number of years that you have to be working? Is that going to extend the amount that you need to keep saving into your plan? All right, friends, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. So is taking money from your 401k as an in-service distribution a good idea? I hope you recognize from this video that the big answer is it depends, and take your time to weigh both sides, the pros and cons of doing it. Whether that's the fees, the advice, the products available, or how it could possibly shortchange your retirement, you need to go in with that decision with eyes wide open and with a plan in mind of how you're going to achieve what you need to get done. So with all of that information, I will leave you, and you take care.